Critical race theory is the construct of racism. It teaches you to be racist.
I mean, the irony of a guy who has on a Trump shirt, the guy who came down the escalator and said that Mexicans are rapists and killers, and I'm sure some of them are good, to say that critical race theory teaches you to be racist because he's so concerned about that.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
So the funniest thing about people who are so against, critical race theory being taught in schools is it's like on the one hand, it's like we can't have children learning about the structures of institutional racism and the history of prejudice and how different types of economic systems may have functioned off of slavery, whether it be in this country or other countries. We can't have them learning about that because that basically teaches them how to do it. But at the same time, if we take away Confederate statues, they have to know their history. So you can't have both. But the point is that education is education, knowledge is knowledge. You can put those statues in the museum. That's not even what we're here to talk about. But the point is that learning to understand the way that socioeconomic systems function doesn't teach you how to be oppressive. It teaches you how things function. It teaches you about history. It teaches you about human nature. And it teaches you how to do something about the system that you live under. Knowledge is power. That saying exists for a reason.
The other day, the liberals just pulled down another Confederate statue. And I'm just really worried that...
History?
Yeah,
History.
History. It's our history.
There's a reason it's called history. History repeats itself, and if we don't learn from our past mistakes, it's going to repeat ourselves. Look at Hitler. People have bought too much into the offend culture. It offends me, so it needs to go away.
I mean, really what we're looking at is the Republican base, more and more, at least huge portions of it, just continuing to blindly trust the party as long as they keep them obsessed in the culture war. I mean, 54 math books being pulled out of the Florida school circuit because of critical race theory. Do you think any of those people who blindly supported that move actually read through any of those textbooks? I mean, it's a math textbook. You're the parent, right? You're the one who, that's where it starts in the household. You're the one who sets the tone. So if you're so concerned about your children being racist, then that starts in the house. But of course, all they're really concerned about is American exceptionalism being taught within schools. And those are the moves that they're making.
With all
Can you
due
imagine
respect,
having your history just erased and wiped out, not taught in schools and everything?
it needs to be taught.
Exactly. It needs to be taught.
And listen, man, it's like you can spend all this political capital to take away these math books and to take critical race theory out of elementary school, even though it's not there. But you can spend all this political capital to do that. But at the end of the day, we live in a society that has access to free information. And there is tons of awesome knowledge that we can get for free right off of YouTube, whether it be from sources like this here at the Young Turks or other independent content creators or, History Channel. I mean, we have access to all these different types of sources that we can learn from. So it's like you can't hide this knowledge at all, no matter what you do. But this, again, is an example of what happens when you have a base that is totally disconnected from reality. But like I say at the end of pretty much all of my videos, let's not allow these people to beat us at the polls. Let's not allow these people to outdo us in our communities. Let's be better. Let's get better Democrats in office. And let's do what we need to do in the midterms, 2024 and beyond.